Okay, so let's go over some basic transformation in Blender. So there are three main hotkeys that you will be using all over the place in Blender, not just object mode, but edit mode and other modes as well. And that is R to rotate, and you'll see whenever we click the hotkey, we go straight into the action of what we're doing. Then S to scale, and then G to grab or move. You can also just click and hold and then drag something over, but that becomes really troublesome after a while. So in Blender we use G to grab stuff a lot. If I hit G to grab, I can then click down my middle mouse button. When I click down my middle mouse button, you'll see these extra kind of axis points pop up, and they're letting me know that I can then move my mouse towards a direction of one of them, and then if I let go, then the object is now constrained. Like currently it's constrained on the Z-axis, but I could click it again to move it and constrain it to the Y-axis there. Now I know that that's the Y-axis because if I look at this little transform symbol down here, you see that this is going that way, and that's Y, representing the Y-axis. This one is going that way, representing the X-axis. And then, of course, Z, or Z, as it's sometimes pronounced, is just going up and down. So when we hit G to grab, we can constrain it by just holding the middle mouse button down. And we don't even have to know what axis it is. We just know which way we want it to go, and it gets it to do that. We can also hold Control, which snaps it incrementally to the grid plane that we see down here. So sometimes it's actually easier just to not even worry about whatever axis you want to go up or down, and just go into top view. Like I say 5 to go into top view, and then I hit G to grab and hold Control, and snapping to the grid just makes it much easier to, move an object precisely to wherever I need to move it. So we can also use the axis constraints while we're doing things like rotating and scaling. So if I hit S to scale, it will just default scale the whole thing up. But if I click down the middle mouse and constrain it towards the Z-axis, you'll see I can scale it up like this, like a skyscraper. Then if I hit S to scale again, I can click down the middle mouse button, and it will scale it horizontally like that. So that is basic transformation using Blender Sensei format and Blender.